The first time that I experienced racism, I was 12 years old. I was sitting on the bus and a schoolmate said to me, "Hey, so are you 7-Eleven Brown or 9/11 Brown?" If you're a pure soul such as myself, you might be wondering what they mean by that. They're saying, "Are you 7-Eleven Brown like a towel who works at a convenience store? Or are you 9/11 Brown like a dune who carries out the terrorism of September 11th? Ugly stuff, I know. I mean, I don't even see color. So I said, "I'm this type of brown."
A Bloodsgang tattoo?
What? No. It's henna. Throughout my life, I've heard many racialized comments about being Indian. People would say to me, "Why do you smell like curry? Why are your arms so hairy? Why does your taste like the Listerine in my medicine cabinet?" One time my brother's friend socked a kid in the face at school because he went like this to his forehead to call him a dot head. He told my brother, "Yeah, I had to hit him. I was just so offended that he'd call me Indian. I'm Persian." Hatred of Indians is especially popular on Twitter. For years, the right claimed that they were censored because they spoke a truth so powerful that the institutions feared it. So when Elon bought Twitter and promised free speech, I was all ears. What truth bombs is the mainstream media so afraid of? Hispanics have a few redeeming qualities. Indians have literally none. They're human cockroaches. Why do Indians literally resemble cockroaches? If you spot a single cockroach in your kitchen, you know there are countless more coming. That's the best way I can describe letting Indians immigrate to the US. Look, man, I don't want stereotypes to be true, okay? However, every Indian I've met through work smells like they haven't showered in their entire life. We have an expert in right now from India, and his odor is literally abusive. Thank you, Elon, for granting a voice to the silent majority so we can now all finally see the truth. And by the way, the odor is intentional. If you're smelling it, it means we see you as a predator and we've sprayed at you like skunks. Oh, here's a nice one. I know many Indians are smelly, antisocial subhumans, but many are genuinely very kind people. I often shop at my local Indian mart for very cheap specialty items, and the ladies always give me a massive discount. Give them free stuff. Why do I think people are being racist towards Indians? Because they know we can't fight. So it's a good avenue for racism from people who want to throw their chips in, but don't want the smoke from a black person who could beat their ass. The best we could do is bash their skulls in with our script spelling bee trophy. I also think it's because we've seen more Indians in politics lately, and I think this change makes some people uncomfortable. So they have to invent reasons to say that Indians are un-American, like when Vivek Ramaswamy went barefoot for an at-home interview. Did nobody think to tell Vivek that we don't sit in interviews with bare feet in America? Vivek Ramaswamy looked disgusting, naked brown feet exposed, while running for governor in Ohio. Very, very disrespectful. I just saw Vivek's feet on my timeline so many times that I must take a shower. I might just sleep in there. Disgusting. How could his judgment be so bad? He tries to blend in with Americans, but can't help but jeet out. He needs to go back. Total turmeric death. You know, Martin Luther King Jr. once had a dream. Here's what barefoot Vivek would look like if he was butter chicken. You know, for all the criticisms that Indians don't practice good hygiene, I don't understand so ardently defending wearing shoes in the house. Indians live in shit. So do you when you truck fecal matter into your living room. Bashing Indians can also be a way to earn your stripes with white nationalists. If you're a self-hating woman, self-hating Korean, or a self-hating Sudanese man. That's right, Myron Gaines, host of the Fresh and Fit podcast, who built his fame off sympathizing with men who struggle in the dating marketplace, now bashes the racial group that statistically struggles the most in the dating marketplace. Well, that's pretty hypocritical of him. No, it's not. Because the manosphere never cared about lonely men. You were just a prop for them to shit on women. But as soon as they get the chance to pawn you off for points with white supremacists, they will forfeit that group loyalty to the boys every time, cut you up into little rankable identities, and sell you for parts. Their reward? They foster an audience that tells them, "Bro, you look like a dirty-ass Indian yourself." Riddle me this. Why is it that the people who talk the most about American values and modern degeneracy are now bullying the racial group least likely to commit crime, least likely to be sexually promiscuous, most likely to earn degrees, and most likely to work top jobs? Wouldn't that make this group the highest embodiment of American values? And it's because these dumbasses have never actually meant anything by the phrases American values, degeneracy, or assimilation. It's just a way to wear a white hood without messing up your hair. I don't like Indians. Yeah, nobody does. Honestly, I miss microaggressions. Remember those? They weren't so bad. Bring back asking people of color, where are you really from? People saw this as microaggressive because nobody asked that question to white people. But honestly, I think that just sucks for white people. Because it's like, yeah, nobody gives a fuck that your family escaped from Albania. Shut the fuck up and sit down. A third-generation Waitian is speaking. It also was considered microaggressive to ask a brown person whether their parents want them to get an arranged marriage. It's not. They do. My mother consistently sends me profiles of 30-year-old men who still live in their childhood bedroom, not because they're stingy, but because of tradition. So you're not microaggressive, you're clairvoyant. Keep going. Tell me when I'm gonna die. We can also bring back cultural appropriation. We will trade you, letting Vanessa Hudgens wear a bindi to Coachella without churning out think pieces calling her a colonizer. And in exchange, please grant our brethren H-1Bs. I know you think they're stealing jobs from Americans, but I promise you our tech is better left in the hands of the country that answers Chegg questions versus the one that has to copy off them to pass CS 101. Even someone as white passing as me has received Indian racism online. Okay, Kumar. If her parents didn't immigrate here, she'd be sleeping in cow shit with no rights. The irony. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
I
So
got...
you're ready for Go ahead.
I got a racist comment. Do you want to hear it?
What is it?
If her parents did not immigrate here, she would be sleeping in cow shit with no rights. The irony.
You will be sleeping in what?
In cow shit with no rights. The irony.
Oh, okay.
Is that true?
How shit? What does that mean?
They're saying if I was still in India with you, we would be sleeping with cows in shit. But you didn't have cows in your house, right?
We did have cows in our house. So big deal.
I have to go.
Yeah.
The silver lining to all the Indian racism is that hopefully it'll deworm the Indian pick-me's who bandwagoned onto anti-black racism, stupidly thinking that they were Danny's favorite. Because the right spent a decade praising Indians as a model minority in order to shit on black people. And now these people have turned on us. They're a good little girl. So this should make it crystal clear to my kin that racists will never like you no matter how many trophies you win. Why? Because they're racist. I actually don't dislike Indians, and they've been nothing but pleasant to me at an anecdotal level. I just enjoy the comedy of collective roasting. What a little bitch. If you're gonna drop to your knees for white nationalists, at least have the gall to swallow. These pussies want their cake and to eat it too. They want to be seen as both the revolutionaries of our time, gutting the matrix, but then when it costs them their followers of color, then suddenly they're just silly little trolls who shouldn't be taken so seriously. They claim to be showing you the red pill, but as soon as you give them the slightest pushback, now suddenly it's just a red gummy bear, no deeper meaning to it. Pussy ass bitch. How do I think Indians should respond to the rising racism? They shouldn't. Responding to the culture wars for unemployed people like me. This is a cautionary tale. Keep your head down working and enjoying life. You have better things to do. I don't. This is a mango lassi stand, a spin on the classic lemonade stand. A staple, if you will, of American culture, just like Indians. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to see an extended version of this video and support the channel, subscribe to my Patreon.